You shall love your neighbor. Love your neighbor. Perhaps he rolls in riches, and you are poor, and living in a little cot side by side with his lordly mansion. You see every day his estates, his fine linen, and his sumptuous banquets. God has given him these gifts. Covet not his wealth, and think no complex thoughts concerning him. Be content with your own lot, if you cannot better it, but do not look upon your neighbor, and wish that he were as yourself. Love him, and then you will not envy him. Perhaps, on the other hand, you are rich, and near you reside the poor. Do not scorn to call the neighbor. Own that you are bound to love them. The world calls them your inferiors. In what are they inferior? They are far more your equals than your inferiors, for God has made of one blood all people that dwell upon the face of the earth. It is your coat, which is better than theirs, but you are by no means better than them. They are men, and what are you more than that? Take heed that you love your neighbor, even though he is in rags or sunken in the depths of poverty. But, perhaps you say, I cannot love my neighbors, because for all I do, they return ingratitude and contempt. So much more room for the heroism of love. Would you be a featherbed warrior, instead of bearing the rough fight of love? He who dares the most shall win the most, and if rough be your path of love, tread it boldly, still loving thy neighbors through thick and thin. Heap coals of fire on their heads, and if they are hard to please, seek not to please them, but to please your master. And remember, if they spurn your love, your master has not ignored it, and your deed is as acceptable to him, as if it had been sufficient to them. Love your neighbor, for in so doing, you are following the footsteps of Christ.